Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. All right. Something that I noticed the other day. You guys know that I struggle with binge eating problems, and more generally, just addiction kind of problems surrounding my food. And they always come at me when I least expect it, right? A lot of people think of food addiction as I'm sitting at home daydreaming about food and it's consuming me. It actually doesn't quite work that way. It kind of works in reverse. You can forget that you have an eating disorder until the situation calls upon something that makes you realize you're not as in control as you thought you were, right? It's kind of like I'm trying to think what's a good example of this. It's kind of like if you had ADHD, right? You could sit at home and not really think about it, especially if you're not really thinking. You're not going to realize you have an ADHD issue, right? It's when a circumstance requires your attention, does it actually show up, right? That's why it's a hidden disability, right? I wouldn't even call it a disability, a hidden circumstance, right? But the other day, I was out with my friends, at the hostel. We went on a hike, and food is already pretty tricky for me. I eat in a certain way to control my autism tendencies. I avoid sugar. I avoid MSG, and we had walked past a shopping plaza just like this one, and I picked up a bag of peanuts just like that. Oh, thank God! Something I could take with me, and there was a little bit of a problem though that I didn't anticipate. You see, here in Taiwan, we don't have a whole lot of trash cans, right? If this plaza were in New York City, you would see like trash containers at almost every block, right? Nowadays, they kind of have to put a lock on it because a lot of homeless people will dig through it, right? I don't know what they're looking. If I were starving, the last place I would look is in a trash can. The first place I might look is see if I can pick out any flowers at Central Park that I could eat, right? I don't know what these guys are thinking, but maybe that's just my tendency toward nature makes me think that way. But anyway, I got really excited about the bag of peanuts until my hands were completely full of peanut shells and I couldn't continue anymore. And I got really moody as a result. I think I lost that group of friends as kind of a result of that. And now I know better than to even start with the bag of peanuts while I'm walking. I'm going to wait till I get back to the hotel room. And that morning before I left for the hike, that would have been the last circumstance I thought about, right? It creeps up on you, right? You never sit down and wonder when's the next time I'm going to blow up due to a food addiction. No, a circumstance happens that you didn't think of, right? For example, last winter, when I got here to Taiwan, I was a little bit upset that one of my favorite seaweed snacks have been discontinued. And it's very hard to find the. There was a seaweed snack that was fried in palm oil, didn't have any additives in it, and probably not very popular because it doesn't have all the flavor enhancers in it. It was the most tasty thing I ever had because I don't fry my taste buds with all those chemicals, but unfortunately, a lot of people do, so they probably don't find that stuff very tasty. But point is that that's not a circumstance that I will dream of, right? See, that's why I have a hard time convincing anybody I have a problem. When I'm talking about my eating disorder and I'm on the camera, it's not showing, right? It's kind of like go talk to a nicotine addict in the middle of their cigarettes. Oh, I could quit anytime I want to, right? It's kind of like that. You put them in a circumstance, put them on a plane where they have to fly 20 hours and not smoke. That would be a whole different circumstance than when they're sitting in front of the camera, smoking their favorite cigarette, telling you about their addiction. Very different circumstances, right? The food addiction kind of works like that too, right? It works only when you're not able to indulge, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.